let's do one more example where we need to divide the coefficient of, ladies and gentlemen, let's do one more example where we have to act, where we have another value other than 1 on the coefficient of x squared. Let's do one more example, okay? So example two is, let me do this one. Okay, let's do this one. 3x raised to power 2 minus 20x minus 7 equal to 0. Solve by completing the square. This one is going to be a little more involved than the first one. Why? Because the x has a coefficient. So by the time we divide by 3, the coefficient of x is going to change. It will no longer be 20. Okay? So now this one you must pay closer attention. So now here's the solution. Here is the solution. So first of all, divide through by coefficient of x. So divide all terms by coefficient of x squared. You see, in this particular case, the coefficient of x squared is 3. So you are dividing everything by 3. So you have 3 divided by 3 x squared minus 20 divided by 3 x minus 7 equal to 7 over 3 equal to 0 over 3.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is the reason why we're doing it from the x squared because of the fact that, unlike the last problem, the x squared didn't have a coefficient?
It does have a coefficient, and it was 1.
That there was 1. So
yes. Yeah. So in the first instance, even if you can still do what I just did in the first instance, but you will be dividing by 1. And you don't need to do that because that would just be wasting your time, because when you divide any number by 1, you will still get the same number. So there's no point wasting that time. Okay? So now that we have 3 divided by 3 is 1, this one we have to leave it the way it is, and then 0 divided by 3 is 0. So this is 0. So now let's rewrite our equation. Our new equation is going to be x squared minus 20 over 3x. Now, let's use this opportunity to transfer this one to the right side. Do you agree? Because we have to do that anyway. So let's transfer this negative to the right side. So once you transfer negative over 3 to the right side, you are going to get plus 7 over 3. Notice that I'm leaving a space. I'm leaving a space here. I'm also leaving a space here. So that space I am leaving there, I left it on purpose because that's where I am going to add the squared result. The squared result, that's where I'm going to add it. That's why I leave the space. Okay? So now let me write the instruction again, ladies and gentlemen. So A, divide coefficient of x by 2. That's step 1 you must take. Step 2, square the result. Once you divide this by 2, that's when you square it. Third, B or C, whatever you're labeling it, doesn't really matter. So then the third one is add the squared result to both sides. Okay, that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so now let me just do that by the side here. So now look at the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is 20 over 3. So divide that by 2. So here's how you divide. 20 over 3 divide by 2 over 1. Now, this is where you bring out your elementary school mathematics of manipulating fraction. And you are going to get 20 over 3. Use keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. 20 divided by 3, multiply by 1 divided by 1 divided by what? 2. Okay, because you keep this one, you change the sign, and then you flip this one. That's exactly what I did. So 20 divided by 2 will give us 10. So the result is 10 over 3. This is the magic number here, this one. And it's actually a negative. So it's actually a negative. It's actually a negative. All right. So don't forget the negative if it is a negative. Now, next is square the result. So I'm going to square 10, negative 10 over 3 whole squared. So that's going to give me 100 over 9. So now the next step says add the square result to both sides. So I am going to add 100 over 9 to the left side. I will also add 100 over 9 to the right side. Okay, so let's do that. So we are going to have x squared minus 20 over 3x plus 100 over 9 equal to 100 over 9 plus 7 over 3. Okay, now here's where the magic number becomes necessary. That's what you are going to use it to factorize the left side. So I am going to just take this and bring it back here. All right, so for me to factor the left side, so that is going to give me, remember it is negative. So I'm just going to have x minus 10 over 3 whole squared equal to, then you have to simplify the right side. Once again, this is elementary mathematics, simplification of fractions. So now, but let me help you out. This is, look at the denominator. The denominator is 9. So then lowest common denominator is 9. Or you can call it lowest common factor. I don't even know what it's called anymore. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1 times 100 is 100. You write 100 plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. You have 21 here. Okay. So that gives you what is it? X minus 10 over 3 whole squared equal to 121 divided by 9. So at this point, this is where you now take square root both sides. So take square root both sides. All right. So when you take square root both sides, you are going to do square root of all these. X minus 10 over 3 whole squared equal to plus or minus square root of 121 over 9. Now, is 121 a perfect square? 121, is it a perfect square? Are there two numbers you can multiply by itself to get 121?
121 is a perfect square.
11.
11, okay, it's 11. So your right hand side is 11 divided by square root of 9 is 3. So you have plus or minus square root of 3. The left side is x minus 10 over 3. All right?
Yes.
All right. So hold on. Plus or minus 11 over 3. So now here's your solution. Here's your solution. So now for your solution, you need to move this to the right side. And if you move it, this negative turns to positive. So you are going to have x equal to 10 over 3 plus or minus 11 over 3. So that your x1, your first value of x is going to be, because the denominator is the same, so you just add the numerator, 10 plus 11 divided by 3, which is 21 divided by 3. That's x1.
So we won't simplify that to 7?
10 plus 11 is not 7.
21 divided by 3 is 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. That's 7. Thank you. Thank you. That's correct. So now, on the other hand, the second solution would be x2 would be 10 minus 11 divided by 3, which is negative 1 divided by 3. These are your solutions. And that ends our completing of square.